Billy Joe Saunders releases a statement since his fight with Canelo Alvarez, and it reads, "Thanks everyone for message. Broken eye socket and cheekbone in 3 places. Operation yesterday, all went well. You win some, you lose some. I didn't feel out of my league against Canelo, but got caught with a good shot and couldn't see, and Ben got cornered to pull it. Thank you all who watched. I'll be back. God bless you all." Before I get into this, I just want to say I'm happy that he's making a good recovery. The surgery went well, and I never want to see a person do bad in life. So it's good that he has recovered. It is good that he is doing good, period. That comes before the sport, boxing, anything, that at least he is doing good. Now, before I get into the video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you can get updated when I drop the newest content like this. With that being said, let's get into the video. Really, truthfully, the second half of this is I just want to pick up where I just left off and say this. Again, I must stress, all these fighters put their lives on the line when they fight. Now, that is a choice they choose to do. So I wouldn't say it's heroic in a way, but you could lose your life. But again, you're making that choice to get in there. So with that being said, knowing that they risk themselves every time they fight, nobody wants to see these guys seriously hurt. You shouldn't want to, whether you like them or not. You know, at the end of the day, I think pretty much everybody wants these guys to come out unscathed, unhurt for long-term damage. And it's good to see that he's not going to suffer long-term damage, I guess. Now, he said he'll be back, but we don't know. Personally, when I was talking about this earlier today on another channel, UGC Flame, here's the deal. I agree with a majority of fighters, and there are a majority who disagree with me, but I believe that he quit. At the end of the day, the corner has to stop it. If you stop it yourself, you quit. They asked him, from what I could hear, "Are you good? Can you go?" He said, I cannot see. And I'm not saying that it's not valid, but you have to understand. There's 2 types of mentalities that somebody can have. Mentality number 1, I'm going to go until I can't go no more. Meaning that no matter how damaged I get, I'm never going to give up. The Deontay Wilder mentality will say, I'll die on my shield, I'll die in the ring. There are many fighters who have had that mentality and have that mentality and will actually just go out no matter how damaged they are, they'll continue to fight. 2, you have other fighters who will go until they don't feel like they can do any more, and then they just stop. And that is the crossroads that Billy Joe Saunders came to. He came to a point of where he was really hurt, really damaged. Now, he made the smart decision to stop fighting, because if he had continued fighting, it could be an injury that he may never fight again. So it could have gotten to that point, being that his cheekbone was broken, being that his orbital bone was broken, okay? It could have gotten to that point if he had continued. However, at the same time, you have to look at being hit in the head, being hit in the face isn't a smart thing to happen. There's nothing smart about boxing, okay? So the idea of making smart moves you can't really use when you're not in a smart sport to begin with. The head was not meant to be hit. Thus, the bones are fracturing in his face. That is the case in point. And the thing about it is when you're in that type of sport, when you consider yourself a fighter, your true colors are going to show when you have to fight. What that means is fight through adversity. Can you do it? Will you do it? Are you willing to put it all on the line when it's all going against you? When you're hurt worse than you've ever been hurt before, can you push forward? That is something that only the person in the situation can decide when that time comes. You'll never know your true colors until you're put into that spot to where they're going to shine through. You're either going to keep going and other people are going to stop it for you, or you're going to sit there and quit. Regardless of what you do, you're either going to push through it or you're going to give in. In this case, I feel he gave in. From my understanding, there was a fight not too long ago, Verdejo, Nakatani. They both suffered fractured orbital bones in the fight, and they both continued to fight with having fractured orbital bones in their fight against each other. So another case in point is Kell Brook when he fought Triple G the first time. He kept fighting past the point of his orbital bone being broken. So again, fighters have done this, and there's numerous occasions that you can point to. Yes, it is a horrible injury. Yes, it probably hurt worse than he's ever felt before in a fight. Yes, it is stupid to continue. However, when you have fighters who have continued with similar injuries or worse injuries, then you have to ask the question, is that person a quitter? And my thing is this. When you're doing something that you choose to do and you want to be the best at it, and there is somebody in front of you trying to stop you from being the best, and you allow them to stop you by you stopping yourself from going on, then yes, you are a quitter at anything that you do. I'm not saying anything in life that one singular person does. I'm saying anything that is done by any single person. If you allow yourself to quit, you are a quitter. So it sucks, but when you talk all that shit about all those other fighters, and then you had the same injury, and then you quit from that same injury that you was talking shit about, you're a quitter or you're a hypocrite. You're one of the two, but by your own definition, you are a quitter. If they're a quitter, you calling them a quitter, then you're a quitter. Period. So it is what it is. That's how I see it. People can disagree, and I'm fine with that. But at the end of the day, you don't know your true colors till your back's against the wall. And when your back's against the wall, you have one or two things you can do. You can continue to fight, or you can just lay down and let whatever happens, happens. And in this case, he chose to stay on his stool, not come back out. It would have been another thing if the doctor would have stopped it. It would have been another thing if he walked out in his corner, threw in the towel. However, he sat there and he accepted his loss, and he didn't want to come out. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section. At the end of the day, he did the smart thing, but you cannot get around the fact that he did quit the fight. That's how I see it. And let me say one more thing before I finish this. I am happy that he is recovering. And if he can find himself, he is a good fighter. He is a good boxer. There were people picking him to win. He won several rounds in this fight with Canelo Alvarez. So it's not like he's bad. It's not like he's not skilled. But if he gets hurt badly again, will he continue, or will he just stay in the corner? That's what you got to look at as well. Again, let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Thank y'all for watching.